Academy Staff College, I extend a warm and respectful welcome to our distinguished speaker and faculty members. So, teaching and learning and research are no longer confined to the traditional methods. The emergence of tools powered by the Gen AI, such as automated content generator, academic writing, and AI-supported assessment systems and creative learning platforms, has opened up the new possibilities and new challenges and new responsibility for educators. So this program has been thoughtfully designed to help us explore its application in curriculum delivery, evaluation, and student engagement, and also enhance the academic writing, research productivity, and scholarly communication. And it also developed the confidence in integrating the GenAI meaningfully into our daily teaching practices. We are truly fortunate to have with us Saranya ma'am, who possesses a deep insight into the AI tools, educational technology, and research innovation. Her expertise will undoubtedly enrich our understanding and guide us in adapting AI thoughtfully and effectively. I take this opportunity to thank her mention, ma'am, academic staff college, Madhi ma'am, Dean academic staff college for their constant support in managing once again, I extend my heartfelt welcome to all of you. Let me start with the start introduction.
Hello, sir. Sir, am I audible? Karthikeyan, sir.
Ma'am,
சார் நான் பேசுறது கேக்குதுங்களா? Kindly anybody in the platform please respond. Am I audible? Is any glitch when I'm talk? Okay, audio is clear. Thank you. Because Karthikeyan sir audio was not clear. Similarly, mine was also not clear. I confined. Thank you for the warm welcome, sir, and thank you for the MGR University for giving us this opportunity. Because we all know, like, when the busy schedule, so taking a seminar in the afternoon, I know how incredible it is. Um, yeah, thank you so much. And this is generative AI. So many past 4 days, you would have been attending this program with different perception and with the different academic ideas. But here, I want to touch a few automated things where it can use. Here today, we are not going to talk about it. It won't be just a seminar or just a talk. I'm going to show a demo where we can use this AI tool, which is a generative AI tool, kind of an automation tool, where actually needed in nowadays. Because one good example I can tell you when straightly get into the topic, what we are doing in nowadays, whatever program or an workshop we are conducting in the department level or on the college level, we want to publicize our work. We need a social platform. In that perception, if you think you have to create an content and you have to publish in one platform, and similar way, if you start publishing in LinkedIn, a professional way, in a social media, then same to the Instagram page also, and in Facebook, so Twitter, and maybe the X platform, whatever may be the platform, we have to so move on to jump to the different platform. Whereas we have so many tools to work on this nowadays, where we can post a single post or a single click may help you to jump onto the multiple platforms. So definitely this idea, what I'm going to show you in a demo, is going to be very helpful. So maybe it will reduce your work, at least if not a 50%, at least 40 to 50% of your work will be reduced. So with this idea, I'll move on to this session. So I would like to share my PPT. Hmm. So can you able to see the PPT screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. So the title what I have given is just a kind.
What-
Sir, please someone can help Karthikeyan sir. What he's saying, I couldn't able to reach him.
Your screen is visible, ma'am.
My screen is visible. Okay, sir. Okay. So what the title I have confined here is like streamlining academic writing with Gen IA and Zapier. So the word term Zapier here, what is we are going to see as a tool or a kind of a demo, which we are going to see today. Because the other streamlining writing, we have seen so many tools. Maybe this past 4 days of your FTP, various ideas people would have given you. So, in that perception, I would give you a wide explanation about why we have going for this platform and what are all the benefits. So, if you take how generative AI helps in academic writing, it will give a generic idea. Or if you want to draft the content or editing some proofreading or some paraphrasing, simplifying some content or some time efficient content, whatever we want, like we can go on. And some we also have to know about this ethically how we can use, because nowadays when we are going for the people who are doing PhD or even people are submitting their projects, so we will be asking one particular content, which is whether you have a Turnitin report or not, that is a plagiarism report or not, so how many percentage of plagiarism it is showing. So we will be utilizing that. And nowadays, apart from Turnitin platform, now we are going to glitch on a kind of AI repetitive also. So how much percentage it is showing in AI tools? The repetitive tools, how much percentage it is showing. So when compared with this, like so many things, day by day, the improvisation of the contents and paraphrasing something, it is gone on beyond the vision. So how we are going to tackle or how it going to create an impact. So when you take this national education policy in 2020, they have given a reinforcement learning technique, like how we can educate uh, the academician in the way, and how it can create a social impact and all those things. So we have even our education policy have started imposing this generative AI, so that we can adapt ourselves to the new machine technique. Some overall an introduction, some basic introduction I would like to give you here. Right from intelligence, so what is intelligent, how to stand for an intelligence, so how nowadays the robotic and flexible accurate content is being used. So here I have an idea what is meant by AI. Basic idea I want to narrow down, starting from automation, robotics, virtual assistants and software and sensors and so on. So if you go for automation technique nowadays, like wherever the manual intervention, even last week we have dumped with a project. We have a collaboration with a project. So for that, we have got an funding amount from the Indian mission, Indian government of Indian mission, Indian AI mission. So they have funded a project for our project, which is for the automation of machinery. So identifying the benchmark and identifying the root cause of the manual machineries through an algorithm where to reduce a less manual intervention. So for that, we have gotten funded under my name. I have got this funding opportunity from Indian AI Mission. So this is kind of an upgrade version, we can say. So here are some basic understanding of artificial intelligence, like how a basic reasoning and a learning and solving problem and effective communication with held. And also we have some drafting how the students can have a brainstorm topics, and how the students can have an augmented reality So when we talk about the pictures of augmented reality, the 360 views of the picture that can create, even with a picture, even with a picture of a pictorial thing, we can translate into a forms of paragraphs and essay, and even in the research summaries we can note down and so on. So and if you say the day-to-day applications in AI, it could be a healthcare, agriculture, retailing, productivity in work, even in the personal life we have. So how AI impacts our day-to-day algorithms? So how to use the algorithms and how the step-by-step instruction helps to learn the data. Maybe these kind of instruction, maybe if you train some data, how an automatic decision can be taken. A popular example we would always see, being a teaching faculty, we all know, if we take a project from a retailing or a kind of stock market prediction, definitely past 5 years data or past 10 years data will be cumulatively taken into consideration, and we'll understand the pattern of how the stock market race goes and up and down. All these patterns it will be automatically analyzed. Maybe a prediction which can gives at least 80 percentage of accuracy, not 100 percentage even, like at least 80 to 90 percentage of accuracy, where we can invest. So that kind of prediction we can give with the help of AI model. So one simple example I have given. So if you take a certain boom in AI, so it is like after machine learning concept, now we have narrowed down with the deep learning and so on. So recent thing, apart from deep learning, we have so many constraints. We have so many constraints which deep learning where we can impose the feedback, and based on the feedbacks of deep learning models and analyzing the pattern, and the reinforcement learning technique also being given. Reinforcement learning, like you all know, the basics, like how deep learning model have analyzed the pattern. The same thing repetitively, if you keep on training the model, the reinforcement learning will understand the model pattern and it will start giving the prediction analysis. So this is how it actually knows. So here, when we talk about this image processing, sentiment analysis, and natural language processing, video processing, all these are kind of application how AI gives an impact. So here the major areas where the machine learning, how the computer agent can improve their knowledge or the perception. Okay, now the perception and robotics put an artificial intelligence into the practice. So when you talk about the computer vision, how it can stand for the images, and some expert system learning imitates a human being, so it helps in taking decision also. When we talk about generative AI, it is kind of a subset, or it is kind of an subcomponent where we can split our workload into means of deep learning, reinforcement learning, as what we have discussed in the previous thing. One small example we have taken here, which is a marketing content and how a salesperson will be tracked. So when we are using this generative AI, when we want to give some advertisement for a product, so what are all the details, basic things we want to add? So that kind of analysis, we need a picture, the current shop's picture, or some artificial intelligence, or some 3D images, or some attractive videos, and how to streamline those videos, and what perception we want to give an advertisement. So how frequently your advertisement have to pop up. All these things we can able to streamline by the means of this Gen AI use. So here I have listed out some major use case and the areas where we can find this generative AI in the means of retail, healthcare, finance and banking, even in education and chain supplement. If you take retail, definitely sales and product recommendation, we need a generative AI. So you can say like what kind of impact is going to created by generative AI. Maybe see every time whatever the manual work we are doing, it can be automatized. One simple example I told you, if you want to automatize work, whatever event we are conducting, even whatever we are doing in the class with the students, even if you're teaching, taking a subject, a live video streaming can also be done. And parallelly, you can post those live streaming into LinkedIn, that is Instagram or Facebook, wherever we want to give the live streaming. By an automatic of making a single click, we can post those videos. So that kind of impact it can create. And when you talk about this healthcare, we can basically we'll be considering only the symptoms and the technical trails, or how these can be helpful for supporting the diagnosis of the doctor. And also, when you talk about education, so here this administrative automation is personalizedly taken, and whatever may be the language learning also be considered. And if you take a supply chain reaction, it is like inventory management queries, and it also consider the shipment tracking and crisis management and consistency planning and so on. So here some ideas I have given you. Two person are talking with each other, like questioning them, like how action, what kind of possible question one conversation can make, and what kind of possible answers they can make. Say, for example, if it is a topic which is related to education. So based on this education, like how this academic impact, or if it is related to a medicine, we'll be analyzing to the doctor. So what are the possible question a patient can ask, and what are the possible question the doctors may ask. So we have a basic thing, and that possible question will be imposed. And by analyzing the symptoms, and we maybe an artificial intelligence can at least predict the disease by means of the repetitive answers given by the patients. So here a technical thing, how a deep learning have worked, how natural processing, a person is talking through a natural processing, that is your basic language, converting to a machine learning, and how a robot will reply by understanding this. So first of all, it will analyze what kind of language, then it will convert to the machine learning, that is a machine readable language in the forms of zeros and ones maybe, then to an robotic answer will be given. And here, as I said, the types of conversation nowadays, we can also search in the means of voice note, and also we can search in the means of other social medias also. So here I would like to show about this Zapier. I'm migrating to another screen. Can I able to see the screen? So this is the kind of an adaptive tool so far, whatever I have highlighted before. This is a kind of thing. Just you want to log in, you can note this is a Zapier tool where it is an automation tool. One example I can give you, every time we'll be as a faculties, we'll be getting the basic details from the student, like name, register number, their mail ID, their other contact details, or their current market. All these things we'll be using it for either for the placement purposes, or either for the basic data, whatever we collected, we started collecting these data. So there is a repetitive mode of collection. For us, it is a repetitive mode of collection, but every time the student also have to give the same detail for multiple purposes. So every companies come, say for example, if a company is going to arrive tomorrow, they have a TCS interview, and 1 week before we started collecting their basic data. So the format of each company will be different, and we'll be having this data, but it will be in a different format. Sometimes they'll ask the student personal data, I mean like their skill set also, some interest skill set. We'll be having some personal data, 2 3 columns we have to add it newly. So in that case, what we can do is we can use this kind of automation tool, which will help you not to work on directly to the worksheet, rather you can work on to the application, just giving by clicking on some particular instruction directly, or giving some one kind of one tapping input, which help the rest of the data to be filled automatically. So every time you don't need to create or regenerate the data spreadsheet, and you don't want to circulate to the student. So this is the main advantage of using the Zapier tool. So this Zapier tool I have just logged in with my personal ID. I have logged in. They are giving a trial version for 100 tasks. So this is the entire Zapier platform. So I'll maximize the screen. Can you able to see this Zapier platform screen? I have logged into an automation tool called Zapier, where you can personally drop the data by single click. If someone says yes, I can continue. Can you able to see the Zapier platform? Karthikeyan sir, can someone please tell me, can you able to see this another platform? I have migrated from PPT to another platform. Can anybody able to see this platform? If so, you can give a voice note. I couldn't able to see the message also. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. இப்போ அந்த ஜேபிஆர் பிளாட்ஃபார்ம் வேற ஸ்கிரீன் தெரியுதா சார்? நான் இந்த ஸ்கிரீன்ல இருந்து அது மைக்ரேட் ஆயிட்டேன் எனக்கு. Can you able to see the screen, sir?
Yes, visible, ma'am. Ma'am.
Okay. Okay, sir. So when we, as I told you, this is a kind of platform you just want to log in, and they have given 100 task free. 100 task in the sense like how many social medias or how many apps you're going to link. So this Zapier platform, actually it has an inbuilt of 70,000 application it has been linked with. So by a single click, you can have, this is the entire platform. I'll just scroll down and show you. Here we have Zap Automation. In short form, we'll call the Zapier platform as a Zap automation. And we have some table data, some interfaces. So interface in the sense like if you want to add, or if you want to add, even if you want to interface OpenAI tool like ChatGPT or Meta, whatever may be the tool, if you want to interface, that is also can be done. And if you want some regular chatbot for when we are going for this stock market prediction, or some visualization process also we can done by using Canvas. So these are all the apps. So almost like 70,000 apps it has been incorporated with this entire platform. So maybe here few of the tasks I have done last week. So how I have used this platform effectively. And if you could see, like I have integrated my placement data with mail and the Google form. So every time you don't want to, say for example, one test example I can tell you. Tomorrow we have a TCS interview as an example I'm considering. So we want to send mail for almost 1,000 plus students. So automatically, if you want to just, you have to mention only the column. Okay, if you can mention the column as mail ID column, and what content you want to convey to the student, that you can type it. By a single click, it will send the message. So you don't want to copy the mail ID and you go to the other application like Gmail. You don't want to log in again. If you want all kind of tedious process. Maybe I can tell you this is for if you're doing for a single person, you don't need the Zapier app. If you're doing for a multiple, the same work for the multiple person, definitely as an academician, we need this kind of app. So maybe by a single click or a single message, we can draft, or we can connect 100 plus or 1,000 plus students. And also we have the same thing, it has been generated here. So I'm just clicking on to the create. So how I'll tell you like how we can create a Zap. I'm just going to create a Zap at auto work. Okay, so maybe it will take a moment to the Zap platform. This is the entire Zap platform. So this platform will give you, if you click on to this trigger, I'm just naming this, you can rename this Zap platform to and kind of MGR University student data. I'm just naming in a different way. Okay, so if you click on to this trigger, so you can see how many apps they have created. So many apps they have given. So say for example, if you have an email or if you have a schedule. So the schedule is, say for example, tomorrow we have a interview with the TCS at 9 o'clock. So this is your message and you want to convey to 1,000 plus student. You have the mail ID in the Google spreadsheet and you want to do the same thing with the Gmail. So how we are going to integrate or how we are going to connect. So that you can do it here. So I'm just scheduling a Zapier content. Okay, and I'm just choosing the event by the means of some timing. So every day I want to give on every hour or only for one day. So you can, I'm just custom the event at the means of, because I'm going to give this event only for once because only we have an interview tomorrow. That's all. So we can give continue. And by choosing the event daily or monthly or weekly, you can consider. So I'm giving you as weekly. So weekly one interview that is going to arise, and based on the interview, we are going to give. Maybe I'm giving some tentative schedule date. Maybe 5, 6 p.m. or 6 a.m. we can give. Start date. Tomorrow, 5 p.m. So which is more friendly, you can give like this. Maybe I want to give an intimation. Morning 7:30. Okay, so with this I can continue. So this will actually, we have to give a test trigger. So within this application, it will be test trigger. So it have pulled the record. So December 12, 2025, I want to give a reminder to all my 100 plus students by means of single click. So I'm going to integrate this Google form, Google spreadsheet with mail. So continue with select record. So I'm going to continue with Gmail. So which Gmail I'm going to integrate. Okay, so you can create a draft a mail. So what kind of action you want to do. So that I'm just creating a draft an email. That's all. Then continue. Just fill on all the details it has been asking for. some kind of detail, whatever may be the subject, and I'm just giving you the talk content. I'm just filling it. I'm just filling the mandatory content, send mail. Send mail as interview. So you can just continue. I'm just giving a test setup. That's all. So what it actually does it will publish. So here you can see the successful message. Zap have published the version. So I have customized the date and timing, and I'm going to send an email. So this email will be sent tomorrow morning 7:30. So I have customized in this way. So this is a kind of thing you can add. So say for example, if you go and see like how much we have done. So this is on published just. So I have integrated with my mail and I have given a schedule. That is, I have given a message by tomorrow morning 7:30. It will be published stating that you have so and so interview. So message, whatever message you want to convey, so that you can convey. So you can see it is on published just now, and you can set the previous thing. So it is a kind of a small automation we have did. So actually, this Zapier have given a free automation tool only for two tasks. We want to go for more number of tasks. Say for example, if you want to add, I'm just telling you some other interfaces. What I have done already, what I have framed. So this one I have fetched the priority of messages. So this is a kind of thing what I have done in the previous way. Um, Even if you want to drop and even if you want to have some help also, we have a messenger called Copilot. This Copilot will always help you. And here we have a small chat GPT kind of AI application. So even if you have doubt and working on this workspace, you can have uh, whatever doubts we have, you can just set up. So here, if you could see, like I have find a setup on Zapier with a small tool with 4 different steps I have given. So basically, this step will help you integrating 2, 3 applications. So I'll tell you to create another Zap also. Okay, here every time you can go for the trigger action. Now this time I'm going to integrate with Gmail with my spreadsheet. Okay, so Gmail, the event content, I'm going to choose maybe kind of new attachment, and I'm going to continue with this. Then the next is like I'm go for the action of labeling. You can have see these many things I have labeled so far. So I can use any kind of labeling. So what kind of promotions or what kind of thing, or if your email want to be in the means of sent mail or inbox, obviously our mail should be in the inbox. So the keyword text maybe hi I am giving you. So I'm attaching this email and a test trigger is sent. So we have tested this trigger. Okay, so maybe we can skip the test because we this acknowledgement says you have integrated this Gmail with some attachment and you are going to give some message also. So I'm going to do the second action, which is like action on this second action, I'm going to integrate this Google Sheet. Google Sheet, I have changed. Maybe I have to want to see how much perception this Google Sheet have attached. So I can use my drive and also in spreadsheet. But recently I have added the student basic data. Student basic data I can show you here. I have few student basic data which is already integrated, and maybe I want to do the spreadsheet. See, say for example, I don't have much rows, only 4 to 5 rows I have. We want to add a new parent column. I'll show you how to add one extra column to the entire sheet. So you don't want to go to the sheet and work on this. Just give the position and how many fields it want to take it out, and all those things you can fill it directly. Just give for if it will be asking hide the sheet, give it as false. You don't want to hide. So this is a kind of test setup we have given, and you can see how we have integrated this Gmail with the spreadsheet. Just give publish. So it will be publishing your data, and I can tell you like how effectively we have seen. So by the means of this, I can show you where our data exactly has. So this is where I was working on. I'll show you. See, I have added one more column, parent column, that is father's name and mother's name, which was not there. After I have added to the Zapier tool, it is showing the new columns of 2-3 columns here. So that is one of the most highlighted benefit, and also like this platform, which is very useful. And I'll show you some other thing also, how to do the other processes. So far we have generated this event as an untitled event of MGR University data. I have an titled, and also you could see like just 1 minute before I have published a mail ID and spreadsheet. I have added one extra column for the parent column, father's column and mother's column. I have added to the spreadsheet. It has been appeared to father's name and mother's name. So if you have the same data, you can link and you can directly add. You don't want to go to the spreadsheet and work on it. So this is a kind of an easy tool I felt, which is very comfortable, and I'm working on this tool like past 6 months ago. When we are busy in this placement data, every time they'll be asking narrow down the student who are having more than 80% and who have the skill set on full stack development, or no, more specifically they'll be asking I need only set of students who had good knowledge in machine learning, or I need a set of students who have good knowledge in a full stack development role. So when we are working on this placement data, what I really work on that field. So what kind of difficulties I place, like every time I have to sit on the spreadsheet and have to identify, see if it is for one section, if it is for 60 students, for us it is easy to identify. Because if we have in SRM, we have a huge set of sections, almost like 30 plus sections we have. So right from the beginning, from A section to O1 section or P1 section, almost like 20 to 30 sections we have. And identifying the particular skill set from those set of students is a very tedious process. So in that way, if I go for this Zapier tool, it will easily help me to narrow down or identify one particular cell or one particular column or a row to identify. So that actually gives us very easy for us to work on. And now working on the tables, like similar way of this platform, like if you want to import data, say for example, this is kind of an importing a data. I want to import a data from my platform. See, just I'm giving, I'm working on the table I have given. So some CV file to my desktop, which I already have. So I'm just giving some faculty details on this file. Okay, so if you can continue importing. So I have started importing the data, and multiple, you can have multiple files on your background if you would see. So I have started importing a data. Here I have a set of data, how to work the table. So far I have told you how to integrate two different apps and you can work. And here how to work on a particular sheet and how to integrate those multiple sheets into a data. So here I'm just having some few datas of columns and rows. Okay, like you want to, here we have a Copilot, which is similar to a chat, OpenAI, Chat GPT or Gemini. So kind of an OpenAI. So this will help you to add fields and records in bulk. Bulk in the sense more than like it won't work under like a GPU, a graphical processing unit. Rather, at least it will work on some gigabytes, not on the terabytes. Definitely, it will work on some gigabytes. And you can rename the field and you can build a filter view on organizing your data. Then the tables and forms, you can also have some layouts, background layouts also you can give. So this is how an entire spreadsheet you want to add. So if you want to increase the limit, so far I have only 12 records. If you want to increase the limit also, you can increase the limit of the spreadsheet. You can add manually. So what kind of version? So I
எத்தனை கல்ல
have
பாக்ஸ் எத்தனை கல்ல பாக்கெட் வேணுங்களா?
Say fintech became more popular after the pandemic. This I already.
hello. So many disturbance. I do understand when we work work from home. Okay. So this is how we have integrated. So two things I have explained more clearly. A Zapier platform, how to integrate two different application, one with an email and a spreadsheet. Even with a similar example of MGR University, how to manipulate the student, or you want to share an information for the student tomorrow morning 7 o'clock. It has to be reached for 1,000 plus student. That is also we have done. Some placement data I have integrated with my old records. And also for the tables, if you want to import some tables and you want to modify some tables, you don't want to go for spreadsheet every time. So just you can import the tables from here, some platform, and you can do it. So this is like an interface. I'll show you the interface what I have did already. What are the kind of interfaces I have opted and I have given here. This kind of interface will help you for multiple pages. See here you can have interface. So this is a welcome message by Zaps. So you can have page tables and kind of a chatbot. It will be working. You can have a complex form, some creating the customer compound like tables, and you can link and you can upload a file, and you can even see, say for example, if you're conducting an event. So definitely we will be identifying the participant name list. So you will be using some Google Sheet. Then you want to upload the certificates. After the event, you want to upload the certificate for all the participants, and you want to collect the feedback from the participants. So this is a kind of an event with a club. So this can be done with one single page with the Zap interface application. So you'll be uploading your form here and also your product feedback form here, and whatever may be the thing you can give, and that obviously it will take you to the Zap function, and that will be published to the platform. And for that we should have some data. So whatever we are doing now, we should have some collected data. Without a manual collected data, we can't be done. So once when data has been collected manually, so those can be integrated, and this is very useful when we are doing, say, for example, for as a first year faculty, if you are, you'll be collecting all the basic information of the student data, and thereon for second year and third year and final year, like you can just manipulate on the data without intervention of the global spreadsheet. So this is very helpful actually. So with this, I'll go back to the presentation. I hope this presentation gives you a wide understanding. So far I have explained you this adaptive learning technique AI algorithm that observes you to detect how to prefer to learn as an individual or as a pod. So maybe the goal of the Zapier it is to create, it gives you a wonderful journey to adjust and gives you the skill. Then for universal access, we have the real-time text-to-speech and speech-to-text conversation, and
ஃபார்வர்ட்
text-to-text
போட்டு அவன் இல்லைன்னா இங்க
conversation
வாட்ஸ்அப்
also
பண்ணேன்
we have, and will make a classroom accessible to the people who speak in a different languages. So whatever may be the thing, like a generative AI, even in natural language processing, we have this. So finally, whatever we are doing, we need to follow this ethical impact of policymakers and perspective. So education management, delivery, and learning assessment, and all these things which is given to the education platform, we need to have an protocol where an administrator always should monitor the entire schedule. So this is a different way. Maybe when you come to the learning and assessment, so it is aimed to provide a learner wherever they are in the world to access the high quality of personalization and ambiguity, and lifelong learning should be done. So some learning assessment I have given prioritize, which is automated writing evaluation, then AI supported reading and language learning, then smart boards, educational virtual and augmented reality, and other exploratory learning environments, and so on. So with this, like all these things, we have empowered with the teaching and reduce the workload by automating the tasks such as assessment, plagiarism detection, administrative, and feedback. So maybe the AI have given us a platform for reduce our work and makes our work much smarter. And when you're coming to this empowering roles for the teachers, as the teachers, we all know like AI tool become more available in the classroom. So upskilling ourselves day by day with this AI available tool, which is very important. And what is not yet clear how it will happen, like teacher will need to build a new competency to enable them to the work in effective way of AI. Maybe the undertaken approach of professional development for their human and social capabilities. So lifelong learning perception is very important, and continuous learning assessment also very important. So here, as I told you, we have some ethical policies. It has to be fairness, transparency, privacy, accountability, and safety. Privacy in the sense like it has to respect the individual and try to protect their personal data. Even if you are going for the third party data, like whatever maybe a purchased mode of cloud platform we are going, so we have to identify the safety and safety measurement to be taken when we are try to manipulating or try to access the cloud storage. And some ethical guidelines I have incorporated, so maybe those things we have done. And thank you for the opportunity. I think I have given you some idea how to work on some automated tools, kind of a Zapier platform. I'll share you the link of the Zapier platform to the screen. I'll stop sharing. So I'll post in the chat about this Zapier platform. Maybe that would be much helpful. I'll post in the chat. You can try this version. It is an free automated version. Free automated version, and for minimum task. For maximum task, like if we have to pay some dollars, that too, like for 400. And see, when one example I can give you, when we are using the Zapier platform, what it actually do is like when we have a reasonable amount of subscribers around 10K or 15K. However, we want to post or you want to keep your social media much active, you can use this platform. You can go for this paid version, where it will allow you to integrate multiple social medias in a single click. So here for the college purposes, as an academician, we no need to pay because we can use this free version. The limited amount of like application itself is much enough. For when we are going for much user, and if you are a social media celebrity, like this kind of AI tool platform is much user. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the informative session, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Dear participants, if you have any questions, kindly post it in the chat box, or else you unmute your mic and then ask. Dear participants, if you have any questions, kindly post it in the chat box. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
It's
sir.
my privilege to propose the vote of thanks at the conclusion of day 4 of our faculty development program on GenAI. Our sincere thanks to Saranya ma'am for delivering such an informative and thoughtful provoking session. We also grateful to our management for the vision and continued motivation in the organizing academic development program like this. A special words of thanks to all the faculty participants for your engagement. Once again, I thank you all. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you all for the wonderful opportunity. Thank you, Karthikeyan sir, for constantly inviting me and believing me to deliver the session. Thank you, sir. I hope this will be a helpful, rather giving a thing like I thought of giving you some practical demo that will be very helpful for all our academicians, where I use regularly this past 6 months. I'm using this platform, which is very useful. So I recommend all others also to use the Zapier platform. Thank you.